We'll look this way.
That's fine.
So this is season 5, episode 2. Good friend of mine, been promised for. I know we already did take 1, and in that one you were being nice, but I did promise you. I think since season
There's
3.
it probably yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
it's fine. Like I said, it's which works for you. You know, you had probably a bunch of ideas you want to do, so I'll let you do your thing, and whenever you're ready, you're ready.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I also, to be honest with you, and to be fair with you, I didn't expect to be in my other friend's house for that studio thing
Uh-huh.
for season 4, and that threw me off in a good way though. Like, because it
No,
gave
no,
me a studio.
it was
Yeah,
great. It
yeah,
was great. Like
yeah. A lot of people gave me a lot of compliments on that studio. So shout out to George, shout out to Anthony, to those people. Which you met his other brother, Mike Jacob.
Mike, Jake.
The He used to play soccer all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
one you
So
call Fake Mike or
Fake Mike,
the
yeah, the
Fake
fake
Mike?
Mike,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
As long as the nickname sticks with you, that's
Mm-hmm.
what's what matters. But thank you, James. I appreciate you, man. We've been friends since you said in the take 1 for 15 years, basically. Well,
About yeah.
about
When I
15
was
years.
15, yeah, you guys were probably 14 at the time.
You're older than us.
Yeah, I'm probably older by 1 year.
Get the fuck out of here. You
Yeah.
look a lot younger than me.
I know that, but yeah, in reality, yeah, because you were class of 2012, I was 2011.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. I just found out
Mhm.
something new. I had no fucking idea.
Mhm.
I thought you were a year younger than us.
No.
That's
No.
crazy. So you
It's
were.
probably because you saw me hang out with Johnny and them, because he was a
Yeah.
year younger there, but
Oh,
no.
that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
because I was
man.
hanging out with Johnny, Nelson. Remember Nelson,
Yeah,
right?
Nelson and
Neo's brother.
them.
That
Johnny's a dad now, right? He's been a dad.
no, he's going to be a dad.
He's going to be.
He's going
Oh,
to
his other
be.
brother's a dad.
His other brother, John, is a,
John's a
and
dad.
that's the
Yeah.
other guy I used to hang out with too when he used to come to Island Park
Yeah, I
to play
remember. I
soccer as
remember. I
well.
remember. Holy shit! But
Yeah.
down a trip down memory lane, man. It's been so many years. So many. We met in soccer, by the way, everyone. We continue to still have the same thing that brings us together.
Yeah.
I didn't see you for a couple of years until we started playing soccer again. I think.
Basically, yeah. I remember I saw you one time when you went to Cheviot. I don't remember Cheviot and Freeport.
Oh
I
yeah,
saw
yeah,
you with
yeah.
Fonzo and Franklin.
Yeah,
I
you were
was with
your
my family.
family.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah. I
said, what's up?
remember
Because I
that.
haven't seen Franklin. The last time I saw you probably was at the wedding. Remember the wedding?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
wedding,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then I haven't seen Fonzo or Franklin in many years. And then that's when I first saw him. Like, oh,
Yes, yes, you're
Yeah.
right. When we were at the restaurant, that's where I hit you up and said, "Yo, bro, why don't you play soccer with us?" And you were like,
Yes,
"Yeah, I'm
but
down."
yeah, I am down. But yeah, I went through something that year. Yeah,
Okay, and we'll definitely see if you want to share that. We
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about
I
that.
hope,
We're
I
gonna
hope.
get into that, but just to give everyone a reminder of what this season's supposed to be about. At first, I was gonna make it really depressing and make it sound like I'm going through a bunch of shit, which I was, by the way, I really was. But life has been turning around for me. But what I want to focus on in this season, and what I told you via text, I want everyone to kind of talk about a moment in their life or moments in life where they had to go overcome something, and I want to speak about how you overcame it and 3 lessons that you might have learned in your life that
Hmm.
you'll never forget because of those tough times. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So that's kind of what I told you via text. I know I should have probably put a little bit more, but I didn't want to give you too much also because I don't like to give the guests too much time to think about it because I want them to honestly give like a raw answer at the same time.
hmm
Because sometimes you don't realize like when you hit a nerve or something, not to be mean or anything, but to just
you
hear that raw
overthink it,
answer.
right?
Sometimes
Yeah,
you don't even know until you get that question asked, and you're like, oh shit, like I didn't even think I was gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? So that's
yeah.
also why I didn't want to give out too much information. But
That's fine.
um, one thing I do got to shout you out about, I remember, and I had this in my notes, so don't mind me if I'm looking at my phone a lot. I just wanted to make sure I'm asking you all the right things. This kid, by the way, you lived, not to give too much information out there, but at the time when we knew you as kids, you lived in Baldwin, right? Or you moved to
I
Baldwin?
still live in Baldwin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you still
yeah,
live in
yeah, yeah.
Baldwin. And Island Park, if people don't know, that's where I grew up. That's where I played soccer most of my life. It's like 4, 5 towns over. Am I not bugging? No, 2 towns over to be nice. Baldwin, it would be like Oceanside, then Island Park.
Yeah.
This kid would ride his bike every day when when school would finish, right? Just to play soccer after school.
During school time, I don't know about during school time.
Maybe you
Weekends,
came like
yes.
sometime.
Matter of fact, no, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah, because you
during
used to
school
come.
time, yeah.
Maybe you didn't come every day, but you used to
It
come
was
like Monday,
definitely
Wednesday, Friday,
It
Saturday.
was definitely during the summertime though. School time was iffy here and there, but it was in the weekends, yes, but not during school time. Like even I know that's
Yeah.
wild.
Well, it was wild regardless. This guy was crossing towns in a bike, and we used to give him, like, we didn't believe him. There was a point for some reason we didn't believe you. And I remember when we started driving again, like, because I drove illegally, like, I'm sorry, you guys can use this. My dad, the moment I turned 16, he's like, here's the keys, just be careful. And one day we were like driving down. I think that's when I bumped into you, actually. I had my little Spivot car. And I saw you, and I'm like, "Yo, get in the car." What do you? I'm like, "You actually are riding your bike to Baldwin."
I don't remember that, to be honest.
No, I
No.
remember bumping into you sometimes
So
because
you wanted me to get in the car with the bike?
yeah, because I felt bad. I'm like, yo, this kid is actually. That's when I like
Oh,
had proof that you were actually biking to Baldwin. Because remember, we used to crack jokes like, yo, James is definitely like going halfway into Oceanside getting a ride from somebody. No,
no,
you
nah.
don't remember that at all? Yo, we used to.
No, I'm saying no. I probably do, but I was not driving halfway to leave my bike somewhere
Yeah, yeah,
chained up,
yeah,
and then like,
yeah,
nah,
yeah, yeah.
there's no way, nah.
But what made you honestly do that? Just the love of the sport, or?
No, no. So it goes back to when I first met you guys. So no,
Mm-hmm.
I used to do it because I used to, I grew up in Long Beach. Long Beach is my
Yeah,
hometown.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I used to do that so I could meet up with my friends like Chris Gomez, Maverick's younger brother,
Okay, okay.
Johnny. Like those were my guys till this day.
People you grew
I
up with.
yeah, yeah, basically, and I would hang out with them, and then casually I met you guys. It's funny because Frankie was the first one I met. Well, I saw you guys. You know that parking lot in front of Hegarty? That parking lot in front of Hegarty?
Yes, yes, right
Yeah,
in front
yeah,
of the school.
yeah,
Yeah, where the
exactly.
teachers
So
would
I was
park.
hanging out there one time for other reasons, and all I hear was a crowd. Like, it's quiet. That neighborhood's quiet. So
Yeah,
all I hear
yeah.
is like people talking really loud. I don't know if it was Fonz or whoever,
Probably
and
Fonza.
yeah,
Probably was Fonza.
and then all I hear is like a ball bouncing, and then all of a sudden you guys came from around the corner. We're gonna play in that parking lot,
Yeah, we used to play there.
and what really caught me off guard is like you don't see that today, honestly, but at that time I was like, I haven't seen something like this since like in Peru. Like in Peru, like
Just
we
pickup
kids,
games.
yeah, kids will like gather together and just set up goals like in the streets,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
would just
yeah.
play. But then when I saw him, like, wow, like the I didn't know people play soccer. So then Frankie, I went up to Frankie like, yo, how often you guys play soccer here? We would play like every day, and I asked him, hey, do you mind if I can come by and play sometimes with you guys? Yeah, if you see us around, we're not always here. We can be there, anywhere.
Yeah,
You
legit only
see
like four
us,
spots probably.
yeah, it was like if you see us around and you want to play, then come through. I'm like, all right. So that took that invitation. Then that's when I met you. I met Johan. I met
The
Kevin
rest of the
McCary.
squad. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Basically everybody. People till this day. And then there's some people that don't even play today.
That you know
That
because of that.
that yeah, that I knew because of that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, bro. We used
And
to play
then.
fun. And please, please put it out to the public, right?
Mm-hmm.
People don't believe me when I say this to them because I'm chubby nowadays, but we used to play every fuck. Well, I know in the summer it was
Every
easier for
day,
you. Yeah.
every day. You guys played every day,
Yeah,
which
and
is
we
what
play hours, right?
hours. Yeah, we used to
Nonstop
go to the bodega right where the
to get a lunch
barbershop.
break,
Yeah, like to get anything, like a sugar drink, like what I'm saying, like some stuff.
Gatorade,
Yeah,
whatever,
anything. But it
just to
was
rehydrate. And we would probably, maybe we wouldn't play aggressively again, but we'd go shoot
nah.
the ball,
But
play
it was,
penalty shootouts.
it was pretty dangerous because we were playing on on the
The street,
streets, like
yeah, bro.
pavement, like
Yeah,
if one
bro.
falls or any, like
You could break a leg. You could do.
not
You
even
could
break a leg, you'll like skin your
skid
whole
your
freaking
skin, which
yeah.
happened a lot to a lot of you
A
people.
lot of
That
me, yeah, me too.
you
Yeah,
specifically,
yeah.
Fonzo, anyone that used to go aggressively
Hmm.
with the tackles.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was down a very memory lane for me. Like you just gave me so many memories as a kid.
Yeah.
But one question I wanted to ask you here, and I used to think it was funny because I don't know if you remember what you used to tell us. I used to ask you all the time. I'm like, yo, do your parents even know that you're coming here? And you would say, no, they don't. Right?
Um. Yeah, do I? I'm
I
pretty
feel.
sure they know. Like, where else would I be? Like, it's either Long Beach or Island Park, one or the other.
And they knew
And
your
then
bike there.
huh?
They knew your bike. They didn't
Yeah,
care.
they didn't. It's crazy because like they didn't care back then. But if I was like, yo, now, like, hey, I'm gonna go ride my bike because I just want to, do more cardio. Don't ride your bike. No, man, you're gonna get hit. I'm like, what happened for you saying that back
Like
then when I was 15? Like, yeah.
it's
But
true, man. This guy used to ride his bike all the
yeah.
time,
The
everywhere.
furthest I ever rode was my bike was to Long Beach, like the end of the boardwalk at the west side.
Yeah, because
That was the furthest as I ever like drove a bike too. And then even people in Long Beach, like friends in Long Beach, they used to laugh at me like, "Yo, do you take the Parkway? Do you have like turn signals
Because
on
it's
that shit?"
true,
Like,
bro. This kid was a, it was
I
you
was
and
like,
your bike.
it was nothing you can say that I have not heard when
Yeah,
it comes
yeah,
to me
bro,
riding
bro.
bike.
This guy, even if he decided to eat like complete shit, he was burning all those calories just for going up and
Yeah,
down from Baldwin to Island Park.
yeah.
What time did you wake up to come to Long Beach? Like, we needed to hang out.
Uh,
Like, what was that routine like?
nah, we'll get there afternoon, like mid afternoon,
It
like
take you what,
cause
like 40 minutes, an hour, maybe?
possibly yeah. But I always had my phone, like like the slide phones, like we didn't have
Yeah,
no iPhones at that time, but I would
yeah,
just
yeah,
use it to to listen to music, just pass time.
yeah. Back in the day,
Um, what was I gonna say? You threw me off.
my bad. I had to ask that question. Your parents, your parents, your
Oh yeah,
parents.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, they didn't have a problem with me driving my bike to and back.
That's
Sometimes I
crazy.
would even stay at my cousin that lived. Remember my little cousin that lives in by Shell Creek? I used to bring him along to play soccer
I
too.
think so. I do remember a kid, a Peruvian kid,
Yeah,
used to come.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I would stay sometimes over at his place, like for the night or
Oh
something.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes, yes. I do remember because there were times when Shell Creek we'd be like, "Yo, where you going?" He's like, "Oh, I'm just going to my cousin's.
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna stay there
So I
tonight."
had a place to stay, and then one thing my parents didn't know is back then when I was a delinquent, I used to sneak out the house and I would drive my bike to Long Beach to hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And at 16, like looking back, I'm like, yo, what was I thinking? Like anything could have happened.
Well, you know what's crazy though? As kids, we used to do a lot of stupid shit, bro. I don't. I remember. Once the soccer shit started fading away, like that's when I started seeing you less and less and less. And then
Yeah.
there was a time period, like you said, we didn't. Oh, by the way, he mentioned a wedding. So ironically, my cousin married his brother.
Wish I'd even knew that you guys were cousins.
No
I
idea.
should have too because her last name, her family name was
It's
Puka. I'm
Puka.
like,
Yeah,
why
yeah,
didn't I
yeah.
put one and two and two?
Yeah, no,
But
no. It's hilarious because I literally go to this kid's house. I'm assuming it's your house, the one that we went to for the
Baldwin,
preparation.
in
Yeah,
Baldwin, yeah, yeah, that was my
yeah,
house.
yeah.
Yeah,
The big red house, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Not
So
red
I,
anymore, but yeah.
yeah, so I go in. I'm saying hi to, like, I'm meeting all these new people, and from the corner of my eye, I see this fucking kid, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yo, what are you doing here? He's like, this is my house.
No, what are you doing
Yeah,
here?
and I was like, oh shit. I'm like, who's your family? And he's like, oh,
Whoever you see here is my family.
the groom is my brother. And I'm like,
Yeah,
what the fuck?
yeah. That was like
So
the only time I seen you in a tux.
facts,
Like,
bro. Well, actually, you were,
what?
ironically, I wear suits to work every day, but
Oh, yeah,
I
I
know
don't know.
at that time
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you didn't see me in
Yeah,
cleats, shorts, and a
yeah. It was like
t-shirt,
that's the
just like
first
I
time I
am
ever
now.
seen this guy with soccer gear on.
Yeah, legit, legit,
Hmm.
man. It's been good for them though. They're happily married, have a lot of
Yeah,
kids. They bought their crib, right? They have a
yeah, yeah.
crib.
They live out east in Bayshore.
Bayshore,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So they live
Yeah.
they out east. They had well, my nephew, he just turned 2 recently. So I always say like they just had a son, but like he's 2 years old already.
Ah, it's still
Yeah.
recent.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're an uncle. Congratulations. Is that the first one in the family or
No,
no?
I have 4 nieces, two from my brother, and then two from my older sister, and then my
Okay,
nephew. So I'm like, I have five.
okay. Yeah, you're catching up, man.
Hmm.
Tell your family to keep popping them out. But yeah, man, that's how we met. A little side story to, how we became friends, low key family, without even knowing it. Shit was hilarious. Like legit till this day, I remember perfectly seeing you at that house, which was your
Yeah.
house, and was like, "What the fuck is this kid doing here?" And I remember you going, this is my crib,"
Yeah.
and I was
Good
like, "What
times.
the fuck?" Like after all these years, we bump face, and our families are basically uniting.
And then I even been to her mom's house in Peru, in Lurigancho, San Juan de
Oh, you met my
Lurigancho.
tia and everything.
Yeah, I was. Yo, it's crazy. Now that you brought that, well, that I brought that up, I wanted to ask you, like, yo, like, we're I remember when I met Priscilla there for the first time
Oh,
because
my
I didn't.
my
Yeah,
cousin. Yeah,
that's my first time meeting her. I was like, oh, so you know David? David, like who's David?
yeah.
Like
No,
David.
no one
I'm like,
knows.
oh, she's talking about Puka. Okay, so I know him as Puka, not David. But I do know who you're talking about. Yeah, he was here. When you guys you took the trip to Machu Picchu. That you
Yeah,
made
we
a
were.
stop there.
Oh, you
You
were in
brought.
Peru?
No, I wasn't there when you guys went
Oh,
there. But she told me about that trip that you guys took. That you brought Franklin, Fonzo, and Elio.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
was like, this guy brought them to San Juan de Lurigancho. Like,
Yeah, bro. We were out there
cause
trying.
that's
We were behaving though. We were behaving. I told them they had to there's
chill.
certain parts in Peru you got to be careful
Yeah,
for.
that's why I was like, why did you take them
Yeah, yeah,
there?
yeah.
Like,
There were certain parts. Well, there was a point where when we
they
went to
got
my
you
tia's
mad?
house, I
Okay.
think she wanted to just cook for them.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh,
she cooked fucking amazing shit for them. So they
amazing,
all fell like
amazing.
in love with her
Yeah,
cooking.
yeah, yeah.
But we had a great time, man. We went to Machu Picchu. We went to Cusco. They all got fucking, even including me. We all got lightheaded when we got to that
I
fucking
heard
height.
stories. Yeah, you brought us some stories
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
previous episodes. I remember.
Yeah, bro, it was a fun time. Really, the hostel was a very fun time, very good time.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was gonna be that great, and it was a trip I'll never forget, bro. A trip I'll never fucking forget.
I bet it
Um,
was, man.
oh, one thing, I do want to mention before we start with, getting to share your story or whatever example you want to use
Mm-hmm.
for the frame. But I want to ask you, bro, because you publicize it all the time on Instagram. When we always give you your props in soccer. What motivates you to go to the gym so fucking early, man? Like, what's the motivation there to wake
Mm-hmm.
up every single day at
Uh-huh.
5? What is it? 5 in the morning? You're there
Five.
already?
Well, I'm at the gym by 5, but I wake up like 4:15. I get ready, and then
Holy
I hit. Yeah.
fuck!
Um. Well, back in college, like I would wake up as early as 5:30 to be at the school gym, at the college gym, because I
Oh
used to I
shit!
used to stay over at my friend's place that lived like literally by campus, and I would go to the gym from 6:30 to 7:30 or around there, and then I would go back, shower, and then go to class at 9, start my day, whatever.
So you've been doing
Yeah,
this?
so I already had like, the intentions of doing something like that. But then after college, I just started going the afternoon, but it got so annoying because of, rush hour.
Oh yeah, fucking
And then long story short, it's just I don't know if it was me thinking about that or a friend has suggested me, hey, why don't you just go early in the morning? I was like, oh, I can't wake up that early, even though, you could if you just do it, right. And before you know it, I'd done it a couple times
mm-hmm.
before I started really doing it every day. So then came to a point where when I got back from Peru last year, about mid-March, I was told that I was getting, a little chubby because I was bulking, during wintertime, people
Yeah,
tend to
yeah.
bulk. So I was weighing like at 180, and then when I went to Peru, on February last year, they told me like, "Yo, James, you're getting a little chunky." I'm like, all right, no problem. When I get back, I'm gonna start, working out. And
Yeah.
and when I got back, I just started going consistently at 5 in the morning, like every day, with the exception of Wednesday, because that's the day after soccer.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But then it wasn't until like July when I started going Wednesday, like after soccer, and it
Incorporating it.
was it was hell. Like it is sometimes hell to this day, but like I still do it. Like it's just
What do you do? 5 days out of the week?
5 days, yes, 5 days,
You rest
Monday,
Saturday and Sunday?
Saturday, Sunday. Sometimes if I go play soccer on Saturday, like with Herbert and
Yeah, yeah.
I would go in the morning, like as they open at 7:30 on Saturday. So I would go in there just to like stretch, do some cardio, jump roping, and just little ab workouts, maybe a little chest workout just to, get the blood pumping, and then I'll just go shock.
What's the is there like a motivation behind it? Like is it just
Um,
or
it's just
natural
it's
for you?
probably it's probably just because of that. Like when they told me, hey, they're getting chunky. That's one thing in life. Like I never wanted to lose. Like I've always liked
Had your
being
physique?
active. Yeah, like physique was something. Like I've always wanted to be in shape.
I feel
And
you.
when
I
I
feel
when
you
I
with that.
and then there was at one point in 2019 where I really like let myself go. Like I ain't gonna lie, I'll even show you pictures where
I
the
can't
most
picture you chunky at all.
where the most I weighed was 190, 190.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm not no homo, no diddy. By the way, I don't see fat looking horrible on you. As in, like, I'm not saying you should go and be fat, but I'm saying,
Yeah, it's
you know what
just,
I mean?
but
Is it the face? Is it
no, it
the?
was just the way I felt. Like I
Mm,
just I was feeling too sluggish or so, and then when it when I weighed 190, I was like, yo, I cannot do this to myself. Like I gotta, and then came to a point where I was doing good. I went back to 170, but then just shit happens.
life,
Yeah,
yeah.
life happened, and started losing a little motivation. But now this time, like I
You've been
have
going
not.
at it for a while.
I've been going at it for a while. Yeah, no, I'm not
Good for
gonna
you,
lie.
bro.
Yeah.
The reason I wanted to touch up on it because I see a lot of people giving you credit for it. It's motivated me to definitely go back to the gym after now that I'm not injured anymore, bro. I'm
Mhm.
I'm literally I'm doing active again. I'm a little more active, but I'll
Mhm.
be honest with you, man. I'm not discouraging you. I'm not shitting on morning people. I just can't do it. Like I can wake up. I
Uh
can
huh.
guarantee you I can do it. I can wake up. I've done it. I've done the morning routine.
Mhm.
My body, and maybe it's because I haven't pushed myself more past a certain
It
limit.
takes a while
Yeah,
because it
like
took me a while to start getting used to it. Even then, there were moments where I got there, and I'll do 2, 3 days straight, and then the rest of the week I was like, I can't do it. Like it's
Yeah.
a process.
I mean,
So you
the
you won't get it in one shot. Like it's
yeah, yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
different.
Exactly.
Everyone's
I don't know,
different.
man. I tried it for a month. I'll tell you that,
Okay,
man. Like, honestly, I
I
did.
didn't know
Back in the
that.
day, I tried it for a month.
Okay.
I just felt because I'm just not a morning person. And probably because, I'll be honest with you, back in the day, when I was doing it, I wasn't getting the best sleep. And I heard you need to get good sleep to do it in
Yeah,
the
you
morning.
would have to be like in bed the earliest 8 o'clock p.m.
Holy
Like, yeah.
fuck. What time do you go to sleep, actually?
I try to be in bed by 8, but then the latest I'll probably knock out like will be like 9:30, 10ish. But it's just enough for me. It's enough for me to be
So you'd
honest.
spend like a whole hour and a half in
Hmm.
bed until you're actually tired.
Around there, yeah. And then
Fuck.
Wednesday, obviously, like when
Bro, sometimes I'm getting home at
Wednesday,
like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
yeah, and then Wednesday, well, Tuesday night, I get home really late.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
only sleep like 4 hours and still go. But I don't do anything like crazy. Like, I'll just do enough to,
Yeah,
just to, yeah,
count it doesn't work. You don't
yeah.
people. This is the misbelief, and this is coming from. Sometimes you don't need to. You don't have to have
You don't have
the
to,
most intense workout. It has to be
hmm
effective, though, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Work out the muscle, do it repetitively, make sure you're doing it right, and then honestly, people don't like to hear it, but
Yeah,
sometimes,
you don't have to go for a PR
yeah, you don't
every
have to
day.
feel like
Like,
complete shit the next day. As
hmm
long as your muscles are sore and you know you've done something, that's a good stepping stone. But like obviously you have your routine now. You know your body so well.
Yeah.
You know how you should be feeling. You know when
hmm
you're off probably. You
hmm
know when you're starting to feel sick or something's not right because you've
hmm
done it for such a long time now.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But good
R-
shit, bro. I mean, do
Yeah.
you have a goal? Like, are you trying to get bulky or are you just trying to get like ripped?
I'm just trying to stay in shape, basically. I'm trying to stay in shape. At one point, I wanted to get better with calisthenics.
Okay.
Um, right now, I've been trying to get better in benching and deadlifting. Squatting, I already got improved in.
Oh,
So,
good shit. What's your
so
PR?
my PR for
Squatting,
squatting
yeah.
so far right now is at 255. But I don't have I
255.
don't have a belt or anything. So if I did have one, I could probably go for more. But I haven't invested in it yet.
No, grab one on
Um,
Amazon. But they're like $30.
yeah, I haven't invested in it yet, nor I don't feel like I wanna do something like that. Like, just
Yeah.
I mean, from I should try it just to see how it is, but so far from right now, I'm a 255 is like my
Yeah, the only reason I ask is so there are people that work out to get really huge. There are
hmm
people that work out to test how strong they can be. There are people that work out to just look completely ripped, shredded out of
hmm
their mind. That's
Yeah,
why I was just trying to
I
see
don't
like
have a specific goal. I just just go there, do what I gotta do. I take it as like a chore, like as a chore, like
yeah,
you
yeah,
have
something
it's
you
like your
have to
daily
do.
chore. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I respect that.
hmm
100%. All right, so let's now get down to the dirty and the whole reason why we came and talked, bro. Is there something in your life that you would like to share with us and me about an obstacle that you had to overcome in life? And I've heard you mention one event. Is that like the event that you need to talk about or like to talk about and
No,
share?
no, I would share, but no, I don't think it. Well, no way. Yeah, I guess what I went through when you would hit me up. Remember, like the first couple of times, like, hey, we play soccer on Tuesdays. Would you like to come? And I said,
Yeah.
I'll go. I just couldn't go at that time because I remember that during that year, that's when my grandma passed away, my only
Mm,
grandparent.
yeah.
So then I was going through. Not even my family knew. Very few people knew
Hmm.
that going through like a depression because my grandma, like, she
Yeah, of
passed
course.
away, and I was just started thinking because that was the only grandparent I had like left, and I just wasn't the same. Like I lost all motivation. The only thing I would just do is just go to work and go straight home. Like not really socialize much, except for people that I was close with, like the people I mentioned before.
Yeah.
But I wasn't. I was barely even going to the gym. To the gym.
Just work
It just
home,
yeah.
work home, work
It
home.
just hit me. And I just didn't want to socialize or stuff. So it was bad, but the only thing that helped me overcome it just to accept that she's at peace. You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
she's not suffering, she's at peace.
Hmm.
That she wouldn't want me to
Just
lose in touch with myself, like keep going. Because at the end of it, if I was in her position, yeah, I wouldn't want people to to be sad. Like I want you guys to at least remember me, all the good times that we had and stuff. And yeah,
facts.
so
Celebration.
yeah, so then that's when I started taking up your offer to start playing, again. And you already know. Remember back then when we first met, like I wasn't the best player. So
I
yeah,
mean,
Yeah, I wasn't the best player. I see you. You could say it.
No, the only reason I literally made that noise is because like I have not much to say against that, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not a fucking exceptional player either. I can't
But
even judge.
you were better than me, like way better than me. Now you're just better than me.
What it is? No. What it is? I appreciate the flowers, man, but no, definitely not. What it is that you probably just rusty, bro. Like even at that time, right?
No, I'm talking about when we first met.
Oh, long
Yeah,
time
yeah.
ago. Oh,
I was talking about when we first met.
yeah. I
Like,
mean, we were all, first of all, you're talking about me back then. I was trash, I think, back then.
no, you weren't, bro. No,
Really?
you weren't. All you guys were
Well,
shit
I
on me
appreciate the
about.
flowers,
Yeah.
man. No, but back then we didn't know you. I mean, you saw everyone. Everyone came from different skills, different levels. Bro, I had never been in a collegiate team. I never played for any team. I only played with my friends, so that's all I knew. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, after playing so many times with people, you get rhythm. You tend to learn from who you can learn from, learn who you can. Like I'm sure you hear me mention it all the time, but Cruz was one of my biggest
Yeah,
motivational
yeah. I remember you telling me
fucking
about
players,
Cruz.
bro. I
Yeah.
always idolized the way he played. I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
resemble it. Control, like calmness, toughness back then. Like I feel like I'm not tough as I used to be because I'm afraid to get hurt all the time.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
back then I feel like I was very aggressive with the ball. But it is what it is. But nah, bro, we were all starting at a certain level. But
Mm-hmm.
back to the
Yeah,
situation.
so I started playing soccer again. I started going back to the gym. I even had a deep conversation with my uncle, who's relatively older now,
Gotcha.
about what's been going through my mind since the passing of my grandma. And at first he thought I was joking, but like, nah, I'm being serious. Like I had like a whole conversation. Like I went there to visit my cousin, and I ended up having a conversation with him for like
Hours.
an hour, yeah, hours. And that's little by little. Then I started accepting, she's at peace. Let me get back to what I'm doing, stuff, that. Um, Another obstacle I overcame was,
Let me before you
yeah,
move
yeah,
on. I can relate to what you're saying because
mm-hmm,
I remember when I first lost my grandpa, he was kind of like the glue to a lot of our family. Like
mm-hmm,
the man was everything to our family. When he died, bro, like everything went wrong. Like I'm not even lying to you, bro. Like everything just went to shit. And just like you, I can relate to it and I can empathize because I was quiet. I didn't say anything. They didn't think that I was going through depression because I really didn't know my grandpa like that.
yeah,
At least they thought. But I went to Peru every year when I was a kid.
mm-hmm,
Every year since I was like 3 years old. And the people I used to sleep over at their house was my grandparents.
mm-hmm.
And that's because that's where my cousins were all the time. So I grew to love and appreciate my grandpa. I grew to see a different side that a lot of people didn't think that I would see from my grandpa. Like my grandpa would pull me aside, tell me stories. My grandpa showed me a gun. Like it's hilarious now, but he'd be like, "I want you to see like what a gun looks like." He didn't think he was showing, like he didn't think it was bad, but he
He
wanted
was
me to
showing bad influence.
understand.
Yeah, yeah.
He wanted me to understand like this is what a gun is, this is what it feels like. Never use it. This is only to protect the house. So there were small little lessons I'll never forget that my grandfather showed me that no one in my family knows because these were private conversations with my gramps. And I'm sure you had the same thing with your grandma, probably even a bigger appreciation the way you're talking about her.
I would treat my grandma as the queen. Whenever I see her, I would always walk with her. Whenever she got into the car, I would open the car. I would walk her. I would, walk her wherever she needs to
Yeah.
go. Like I would treat her like a straight queen,
Did
bro.
she come to the US? She lived
Yeah,
she
no, she
came on?
never lived here. She doesn't like it out here.
Yeah,
That's the
no.
thing. She doesn't like it because she has more liberty out there in Peru,
Facts.
and obviously she's been there all her life.
Those are my
But when
grandparents too.
she's here, she gets bored easy. Like she wants to travel. I understand.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
But she would stay at my aunt's place, and everyone. That's probably one of the things that really bothered me is that I never really got to visit her as much as I should have because in my mind I always thought like yo like I have so much more years with my grandma.
Exactly.
And then
We don't
before you
think.
know it, then before you know it.
Yeah, yeah, bro. No,
So like
that's
if you still have your grandparents, believe me, it
a
just
blessing. It's a
yeah, it's a
blessing, bro.
blessing. Call them, tell them you love them.
How old did she get to live, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know I know her exact. I don't know her exact age off the top of my head. Like I could just do the math.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I can't really s- think of
But
on the top of my
but
mind.
the only reason I asked that is because most of my grandparents, luckily, they lived all above the ages of 80, and I always
Yeah,
find
mine too.
like
Yeah, so it's
yeah,
like
like
around 80. I don't want to say I'm gonna botch. Probably like
exactly.
87 around there. Yeah,
Yeah, man, great life.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think I'm not trying to speak for you because you're an athletic monster right now, but I don't think I'm gonna ever get to that age. I really doubt it. I'd be okay getting to like 65, 70.
No, don't doubt yourself, man.
No. The
Thanks,
only
thanks
reason I
for
say that
that.
is because, bro, these people grew up. Our grandparents are Peruvian
Mm-hmm.
fucking natives. Grew up with natural food, good fucking food, not this fucking shit that we get. This processed shit that we get every fucking week. You
Yeah.
know, you're gonna have to realize eventually, like at our age, a lot now maybe not you, but there's a lot of people around our ages that are suffering from really bad like indigesting problems
Yeah.
of fucking we're getting some people are they changed the prostate exam because they're discovering that people, not us millennials and us, are getting sicker quicker, and it all involves on what you eat, what you consume,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and I see it all the time. I mean, you're not ignorant. I work for Uber Eats. You know how much McDonald's, how much Burger King I deliver on a fucking
It's
daily, bro. It's
same. When I'm
crazy.
in Queens too, and I see that stuff, I'm like, oh my god, like. And when I walk into McDonald's, I feel like when I pick up something for my nieces, like they love McDonald's, so like they'll get
Yeah,
the
the
little
kids.
stuff.
Yeah.
But when I walk in there, I'm like, I just feel like I shouldn't be here. Like I shouldn't be here.
Now I feel you with that. But okay, my bad. I didn't mean to call you. I wanted to
No, no,
make sure
yeah,
we talked a little bit more about but that situation. But what's another? Well, what's a? Okay, so you said you came to peace with it, right?
yeah.
What's another lesson that you think you learned and got to appreciate from that stage of where you were at?
Um, Everything happens for a reason. So everything in life happens for a reason. You just gotta learn to deal with it, and whether it's good or bad, you gotta cope with it.
Yeah,
Just take it a step at a time. Just live life. Life is too short. Take it in any perspective you want, whether you're holding a grudge or
feel it, just
yeah,
be in
feel
it.
yeah, just be in the yeah, basically.
Makes sense. What did your uncle say to you? I'm actually curious about that because it looks like that conversation really helped you.
Well, we were speaking more about my aunt that passed away many many years ago, like when I was like 14, like my
Oh,
cousin's
oh, okay.
his wife. Just asking him like
How he got over it, or not
no, no,
got over it.
not that, but like asking him about his future plans, like because obviously he sometimes my uncle, I hate to say this about, but sometimes he thinks very negative, because he's at an older age now. Not telling him like, hey, uncle,
Stuck
like,
in his ways, maybe.
yeah, I was like, hey, like you gotta like relax and stuff. And that's when I started because I started consoling him like, yo, like, just gotta relax, take it step at a time.
Finding
As long
solutions
as
for him, you started
yeah,
listening to
yeah, I started
yourself.
listening to myself like, hey, so we just started speaking about my aunt, and I tell him straight up like, hey, I feel like since my aunt has passed away that like I'm not trying to criticize you, but I feel like the family is not as close as it should be. I feel like she was like
The glue.
the glue, yeah.
Which is
I don't
true.
I
It
don't know
happens.
if how his relationship with my cousin is because he's older now. Like I feel like it could be better. But then we just started talking about stuff as kids and stuff, and just little here and there. But then just me, just like
Consoling him, yeah.
consoling him to all that stuff. I started listening to myself like, wow, I should be taking my own advice type stuff
Yeah, yeah.
and take it a step at a time, all that, and yeah, it's just. But other stuff is kind of like personal on his end, so that's
Gotcha.
it.
You
Yeah, so.
gotcha. Yeah. So, I mean, good advice. That's
Hmm.
kind of like I was saying in my first episode for the season, bro. When I really fucked up, one of the things I had to do was realize that I had to take like a lot of accountability. And I had
Hmm.
to listen, just like you said. Sometimes you like to fucking point the finger too much, and then you realize, yo, I gotta take my own fucking advice. I
Yeah.
gotta start listening. I'm preaching all this on my fucking podcast, but I'm
Hmm.
slipping up in my own fucking life. Like
It
how the fuck
happens.
does that
No
happen?
one's perfect, man. It happens, and I'm guilty. Well, not just me. A lot of people has probably done that too. That sometimes they can't take their own advice. Like we give the best advice, but we don't retain it.
Yeah, sometimes that legit. That's exactly how life
Hmm.
how life honestly is for me. Um, all right, give me. I know it wasn't really the grandma one that you wanted to share, but
Hmm.
what was another one that
Another
you?
thing is, and the reason why I bring this up because I now like I told this to my niece so that way she can do better than I did. So I wasn't the best high school student, um, academic wise, but I had so much potential, like so much potential, man. Like it's crazy. I was really good in math, decent in science, but I didn't know how good I was in in history. I was like beyond, and I almost didn't graduate in time because I was cutting a lot of class. I was cutting so much. Like I was cutting to a point where I wasn't even eligible for summer school. And that's what my guidance counselor told me. Like, you're not even eligible for summer school. So it's like, it looks like I was going to actually get held back or like retake the class or
Yeah.
so. But my U.S. history, that's another thing too. U.S. history is, well, I know your school may be different, but for us, my school, we take U.S. history as a junior, but I took it as a senior.
Oh, we took U.S. history as a sophomore, actually.
Oh,
Actually, let me see. Global studies. I'm pretty sure U.S. history for me was a sophomore.
so you would take global studies freshman and then U.S. history and then global studies again on junior and then you take the
Oh,
regions.
yeah, no, I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. U.S. history was 11th grade.
Yeah, okay,
Because there was
so
2 parts of global history, right?
yeah,
Ninth and then 10th.
yes, and then
Okay,
you
you're right.
take
You're
the
right. You're right.
regions at 10th.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. I
Okay,
fucked that
so
up.
I took U.S. history as a senior. I was taking U.S. history, social studies as a senior for both junior and
Instead of
as
having like
basically, yeah.
a free period.
Mm-hmm.
Because
No,
you
I
had to
had to
make
make
up.
two, so yeah, so I had to make up basically, yeah. And I was trying to talk to my U.S. history teacher, asking, "Hey, is there anything I can do? Like, I don't want to get held back. Like, I know I really messed up by cutting all this stuff, and that wasn't just that class. That was just like the peak of it. And then I went to my guidance counselor to tell her, hey, like there was nothing. Like, no, actually, from the corner of my eye, I saw her walk into the guidance counselor office, and then she walked into my guidance counselor's, like, to speak with her.
Your teacher.
Yeah, yeah. And then my guidance counselor then calls me. I don't know if she called me into her office or she called my house or something. And she tells me that my teacher made me an offer. So the offer is that one, you have to pass the US regions. If you pass the regions, then she will give you a chance to take a regions from, a previous regions from whatever year. And then if you pass that, she'll pass you for the class. And then that would,
So basically, you had to pass 2
yeah,
regents.
basically, yeah. So I took up on. I mean, I had no choice but to take that offer.
Yeah, you
But
had to.
I kid you not, man. For like 3 straight days, I was studying for that Regents day and night. Like I'm telling, I wasn't on my phone. I was day and night studying with my sister because she had to take it as well.
Yeah.
But there was also another. I had to study for the biology Regents too. Like it's a lot of stuff I was held back in. And
You have a sister that's close to you in age?
yeah, she's actually your age.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I have 2 sisters. One is just 1 year younger than me, and then my older sister, and then my older brother.
Why don't I remember her? At
Well,
the wedding. Was she at the wedding?
she was at the wedding, yes.
She married?
No, she's not married now.
I don't remember her.
She's very quiet, so
That could
yeah,
be it. Oh, now that you mention it. Oh, okay, I know she.
yeah,
She's your skin tone, right? Our skin tone.
yeah,
Yeah, I remember. Oh yeah,
yeah,
she was very quiet. Wow, she has really good genes. She did not look my age at all. She looks a lot younger.
yeah.
Yo, you guys have good fucking genes. You guys look a lot younger than your fucking age. Holy shit. She was my age?
Yeah,
She's
she's
my
yeah,
age.
yeah, she is your age, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, my bad. Continue.
Yeah, so she would help me out too. She would help me like study because she had to study for it as well. But she went obviously she had a another thing too. When my dad found out about that, I thought my dad was gonna freaking yell at me. You know how parents are,
Yeah.
especially Peruvian parents.
Facts.
So he didn't yell at me. Nah, he was actually more worried than mad.
Yeah, like
And
that you were not
I'd
gonna.
rather you be mad. Like I'd rather you be mad. It's like when you have a parent worried,
Because he wasn't
like
talking to you
it's
and shit,
yeah.
right?
He was like, oh, you think you're gonna be able to do this? Like, are you sure? Like he was. So
Doubting.
he was well, no, he wasn't down. He was just worried that I wasn't gonna graduate.
Correct, yeah.
So then that even gave me more motivation. So at the end, yes, I passed the regions. I took her test, and then at the end, when I passed both regions and I was able to graduate, my guidance counselor called me and tells me, James, let me tell you something. First of all, your professor tells me that you passed. Another thing is that you passed like with flying colors, and she said that if it wasn't for you cutting, you could have been a 90 average student. You did so amazing on both regions that she's just very upset about the potentials you wasted. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
had so much potential, bro, and I could have done better in school. Could have gone to a better school,
Yeah.
early on because
Hey,
I
but
had,
shit, you know what it is? Shit
yeah,
happens for a reason.
yeah. So then I tell that to my niece because, like, hey, I don't want you to be like me. I don't know if she speaks to my older sister about her high school experience, but I tell
Yeah.
her, hey, like middle school, because my oldest niece, she struggled a little in middle school, and I tell her, like whatever struggle you have in middle school, like leave that behind, because when you get to high school, no matter what you think, freshman year, that's when you really start. And I don't want you to be like me. And I told her the story about, this, and like, don't be like me. Just believe me, there's a time and place to have fun, but when it comes to your studies,
Just do
believe
it.
me, yeah, do
Yeah.
it, do it. And then the first couple of weeks she was staying with us because she was going to Oceanside High School.
Gotcha.
So sometimes either I would take her or my sister would take her. And after school, even when I come home from work and then I was still, tired from the gym, I would help her out with her homework, being sure that, to get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
And I wanted her to do better than me. So yes, even though no matter how tired I was, I would still help her out. And then little by little, she just stopped asking me for help and she started doing it on her own. So then
Got like that.
she's an honor student now, which I'm
Look at
very,
that.
very proud of her.
Good for her, man.
Yeah. So
Damn, bro, we have a lot more in common. And look, it just took a podcast to get it all
yeah,
started. I'm the
yeah.
same way, man. I had two nieces that were so close to me in age, but 5 years apart.
Mhm.
But I fucked up so badly that I wanted to make sure they didn't do the same thing educationally too. But I
Yeah.
snapped out of it, and I was lucky. I snapped out of it in sophomore year. So people saw my potential in ninth grade, but I almost just like you. I cut classes. I was an idiot. I
Yeah.
talked back to teachers. I did so much stupid shit. I changed
Wow. You were
my
bad.
mom's. I changed my fucking parents' phone number to my number, so they would when they called, I would talk in Spanish and pretended to be my dad. I was doing stupid shit like that, and I eventually ended up getting caught. But that's whatever. That's another story for another day. And I always replicated that. I was like, yo, my two nieces have to do better than me. And they did, bro. One of my nieces graduated her master's degree. The other one graduated from Malloy University. And she did, I believe, in like 4 years. And they're both, one's a paralegal, one's a social worker. They're badasses, bro, making good money.
Wow.
So,
Props to them.
yeah, I mean, one of them took it to the next level. She got her master. She outdid me, which is what I wanted from the first place. I always tell them, like, if you're not aiming higher than me, then something's wrong here. Like, then my speeches and everything I've told you didn't fucking work. But the fact
Mhm.
that they did it, man, I'm like, something got to them where they were like, all right, I'm gonna fucking do it. And I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of them.
I would be too.
Yeah, yeah, and then
Yeah.
I'm sure your niece is gonna fucking continue her education,
Yeah, I
do
have three
amazing.
cousins too that I should have mentioned that. Well, one of them, the oldest cousin, no, not the oldest, but she's younger, but like out of the youngest, like the oldest one,
Yeah,
reached out to me while I was in college about like she was a senior. Was like, hey, what's the next step? Like, should I take the SATs? Like, yeah, take the SATs. What? Like,
yeah.
if yeah, take the SATs, and if you have a chance to like go for like a scholarship, then do it, like do it, and then well, I don't know about my one of my cousins, but two of them for sure had full rides. One went to some school
Look at that.
upstate somewhere, and then the other one went to what was that school? It's in Troy, New York, around there. Is that yeah,
Okay.
yeah, something. We have scholarship. One should be finishing this upcoming year should be her final year, which I'm very proud of her.
What
And
what lesson did you learn out of your not your fuck up, but you not trying so hard in high school? What did it change you as an adult? Obviously, it made, like, for working out, you can see you don't play around, right? Like, that's good.
yeah, it's just I have to be more responsible. Like I said, there's a time and place to have fun because that's probably the reason why I would cut class was because a lot of people used to play handball back in the days, and I would go cut class to play handball. And yeah, there's a time and place to have
You're
fun.
not
Just
doing
not
drugs.
yeah.
You're not
No, I
drinking. You
was. That's
just
one thing. I've been around people that
did
smoked.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I was never one of them. I'll
You
be
were
honest.
just literally doing it to have fun.
Yeah,
Legit.
yeah, yeah. I never.
Which is
Yeah,
good, bro, because it
yeah,
could have gone so many wrong way. You could have been cutting class to do
yeah,
fucking weed, smoke
yeah.
weed, to drink, to hang out with
hmm
idiots, but you were literally just entertaining yourself with handball.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was bad. I was sometimes would just hang out in the cafeteria, just
Just to cut class.
just to cut class for the hell of it. Probably to think it's a cool thing to do, which is really not.
It's not.
Yeah, it's
It's
not.
because with everything that you want, like you said, with everything that you're cutting, that shit's gonna come back to you
Yeah,
eventually.
yeah.
And then
It
look at you.
definitely did. It
It put
definitely
you
did.
through the fucking pressure
hmm
of having to pass two
hmm
regions just to graduate. How
And
good
not
did it feel though?
it felt good and bad because good that I passed, and then bad the fact that them telling me, "Hey, you had so much to offer, and you just wasted it by cutting class."
Yeah.
But then again, not many people got that opportunity. I don't know why I got that opportunity to do that. Like basically gave me a second chance. There was people that were way worse in position than mine, and I'm pretty sure they didn't get any.
Well, it all there could have been so many reasons, man. I
Yeah.
mean, but it all goes down to show also like you went to ask at least. You took a shot.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
You know what
probably
I
another
mean?
too.
Like
Yeah.
you showed empathy, you showed that you cared, you showed like, hey, listen, I'm owning up. I fucked up. Can you give me a second shot? And it's not like she really gave you an easy second shot. She gave you a fucking
Nah.
hard one.
Yeah. Made
She
me
was
go
like, you
through
better pass
hell.
2 fucking regions.
Mm,
That's fucking tough. I probably would have been fucking shitting bricks at that time. But
yeah. I was nervous. I was when I walked into to like the gym where
yeah,
they had I was just shaking like, yo, I really have to pass this. But then I had studied so much when I was reading the questions, like
it was easy, right?
it was so easy. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah.
So it showed you that potential. Did you carry over that in college into work?
Um, my first few years, my first year in NASA, I went back to my ways and I was screwing up. I was screwing up because then now I'm at NASA. I started seeing people that from Long Beach, people I haven't seen since middle school, and I was
Yeah,
like, I was distracted. Let's just say I was distracted, and I did somewhat poorly in NASA. But then, um, I guess there was a few people that failed out. I assume they failed out. I'm not sure. I haven't, thank goodness. But I started taking it slow. I started going part time because I was also working. So
gotcha.
now I was trying to work on my time management, working, keeping up with school, and then once I feel like I can handle a part time, let move on to full time.
Gotcha.
So I was at NASA for a while. I
Not a
remember when
problem with that, by the way.
yeah, nah, because when the day I graduated, I met some persons. I remember the person because I was thinking to myself like, "Wow, I've been in NASA for a while, right?" And I'm just thinking to myself, and then some guy comes up to me, was like, "Hey, congratulations!" And I tell him, "Congratulations to you too, man. We did it." I'm like, "Yeah, man, but it took me a while. I'm like, it took me a while too, but not like me. I've been in NASA for 10 years, man." I'm like,
Holy shit,
"Oh
that is a
shit!" I'm
while.
like. But I'm sure like you have a reason for like stuff in life happens like yeah man like when you're an adult man like a lot of stuff happens that will get in your way, but it didn't stop me. It took me a while, but it didn't stop me. I'm
Good
like
for him,
yeah, I
bro.
was like yo congrats man, I really respect that.
Yeah,
So then
decade, bro.
yeah, it didn't it that's I didn't feel like bad about myself. Like it took me a while, but he's right man. As long as it didn't stop me. But then when I went to St. John's, that's when I really started like um showing my potential because I wasn't not only doing good in my classes, but I was getting involved with like student life. Like I was getting into clubs.
That's good.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm in a fraternity.
Oh shit, I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know
So
that.
I
Yeah,
joined the fraternity because of Irving. You remember Irving, right?
the Peruvian.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the
Irving. Yeah.
Peruvian.
So he introduced me to his fraternity. Shout out to them. But they really helped me out more with my time management. So like while I was in the process of joining,
Like a
and
brotherhood, right?
yeah, yeah. So before I continue, let me just say this: that when you hear fraternity, it's not they don't hit you. At least my fraternity doesn't. Like they
Oh,
don't hit you like during the process.
the
The
hazing
hazing.
process.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they don't hit you. It's nothing like that. So you know.
yeah,
Especially nowadays.
yeah, bro.
Maybe back in the
Nowadays,
days, which is how like it is. It started like hey like fraternities all they do is haze and all that
sometimes
stuff.
there's good hazing. By the way, there's like, it's not like
Good
horrible hazing. It's
hazing,
like good hazing could be like,
just do push-ups. Yeah,
no,
like
like
yeah.
go jump in the lake or something. You know what I mean? Something stupid like, and the lake could be freezing. But I mean, it's a moment you laugh at. You know, it's there. Trust me, there are a lot more hazings that I hear about that are completely horrible. Like chug a whole
Yeah,
fucking Tito's bottle. Like that's the stupidest fucking hazing because you could kill the
and
kid.
yeah, and if they actually do it, then that's
There's
just
actually been
even more
actually
dumb.
it was
Yeah.
on the news. There was a kid that died from that. Actually, a kid drank a whole bottle of Tito's, and dude is like brain dead. I think he's brain
Mm,
dead. Something happened to him where they had to resuscitate him, and he's like gone. It's not him
yeah.
anymore. It's fucked
Yeah.
up. But that's bad. That's bad hazing.
Yeah. But
But yeah,
well, yeah, yeah. So because of that, I started taking more initiative
mm-hmm.
to get involved, and ultimately there was at one point where I was actually president of the fraternity, like as far as the face of the fraternity in
Oh
campus. Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
that's what's
So
up.
I hosted a couple events for a club I was in. It was called LASSO.
Lasso. Okay.
Um,
What's that stand for? Does it stand for
LASSO,
something?
Latin America Student Organization.
Okay, that's what's up, bro.
Yeah, so they have this annual event, well, Latin Heritage Month. So like there's an opening to it, like to open various events that happens throughout the month. And I was
Okay.
actually chosen to be like the a public speaker for like the opening ceremony
Oh
basically.
shit.
So I've done it twice back to back. So my first year, then my last year before I graduated.
Nice.
And then also I wouldn't say I was the sole reason, but I did have a very big involvement for starting a dance group.
A dance
Yeah,
group.
dance
Oh
group. Yeah, yeah.
shit.
So it originally was a part of the club I mentioned, but then it kind of like
Just made its own thing.
separated. Yeah, made its own thing to become its own org, which till
Organization.
this day is still going on. And I see them on Instagram posting like the events. So I'm
Look
like
at
very
that.
proud. But like honestly, they don't know who I am because I'm be like
You've been a
I'm a
couple years have
pioneer
passed.
basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. A couple years have
but I'm very
passed.
proud of that. Like very proud of that.
That's what's up, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
hell
yeah.
yeah.
And then I was actually there's a council that like the council of like the of the Greek organizations like fraternity sororities. And
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
actually
yeah.
president for that for like a semester
Okay.
before I graduated. Yeah, so I had a lot of
You kept
involvement.
yourself
Yeah,
busy.
yeah, I was very and on top of that, like I said, I was going to the gym too in the morning.
Education, all
Yeah,
that. You were.
yeah. So I was very busy in school.
Look at that. St.
hmm
John's University right there. How did you like it? How did you like your college experience? Seems like
It
you
was
enjoyed it.
yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, man, I enjoyed it. I met a lot of great people that I still know to this day. Obviously from the fraternity. Some people I lost touch with, but I still have them on Instagram. Um,
Yeah, because
I show them love, like whatever,
yeah.
like what they're doing. Hope they're doing good. I met my best friend there. She was actually my dance partner
Oh, that's
at
what's
that.
up.
So like it's crazy because we were just dance partner, and before you know, we just became really, really good friends. She's actually getting married, so congratulations to her.
Oh, look at that.
Um, yeah, and then obviously Irving, we speak about college days too.
Yeah, that kid lost a lot of weight, man.
Yeah, Irving,
I
yeah.
told you the other day because I think I follow him I definitely follow him on Instagram.
hmm
Sometimes I'm scrolling through the stories, I see this kid. I'm like, yo, that kid lost so much fucking weight.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
because Irving probably, I want to say he was going through something, and I'm pretty sure one of the things was he was very unhappy with like the way he looked. And I tell him, hey man, just take it, take it slow, like go, take it slowly but surely. And then before you know it, he just started. It caught me up by surprise too. How much he's been going to the gym, he's been doing cardio and all that stuff. And then when I saw him again, like I saw him like, yo, Irving, you look great, bro. Like whatever you're doing, keep going, man. And he still goes. He still like does his jogs. Like he does a lot of running.
Good for him.
So
He found
yeah,
something. He found a.
I tell him, yo, whenever you're ready, man, I'll tell him you come with me on Tuesday nights to play soccer, man.
You play soccer too?
I don't know if he hasn't played soccer in years, but I tell him, hey, if you ever want to play soccer or you want to,
Yeah,
try to,
bro. All sizes are welcome, bro.
yeah,
Skinny, big, it don't fucking matter. Oh my god, I always crack up, bro,
all sizes
because
matter. That's a good
all
one.
sizes
That's a
matter,
good
bro.
one.
All sizes
That's
are welcome to play
that's a
soccer with
good
us.
one.
Because fucking yeah, man. Hopefully this year, bro. I'm hoping, bro. I swear to you, I almost get there, and there's something that I make an excuse about because life hits me a little bit too hard, and everything just goes fucking downhill. I'm my own fucking person to blame, bro. During COVID, like right before COVID hit, I swear to you, bro, with the amount that I was working out, I had never been at that time. I had never been like so brocky. I was doing really good, and then fucking COVID shuts down the world, bro.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
was going with Fonzo. I was going with my ex. I was looking nice, and I had finally cut this weight my weight, by the
Yeah.
way, that I always get to, no matter what. Even when I start losing weight, I can always get up to 250.
Okay.
And then from 250, it's always the hardest thing for me to break. But at that time, I finally had broken it. I hit 235. And
Wow.
I was like, yo, I am fucking killing it. And then COVID hits, shuts down everything, bro.
Yeah.
And my fucking fat ass gets COVID. I get all sick, and then I just said fuck working out for a while. Even when they
Mm-hmm.
brought that shit back, I said fuck
Yeah,
working
because of
out.
COVID that I got into jump roping because I was running there like before COVID happened. I was outside running, and then COVID happened. We couldn't be outside. It's like, what am I gonna do for cardio? I'm not gonna run around the house.
Yeah,
So then I just came across a video about jump roping. Like, let me give this a try. But then during that time, you had to wait for like a week
to
for
get
your
a
yeah
jump
to
rope.
get your stuff. So I bought the jump rope. I was in the backyard just jump roping. I was very, very
new at
ass jump
it.
roping. But then little by little, I started getting a little better. Then I stopped, and then I started again last year when I started going to the gym
Yeah, you
consistently.
do it pretty nice, bro. Every time you put the story, the fucking shit
Yeah,
you
I
do,
had I yeah
I'm like, what the fuck? This guy look like he's about to kill
yeah
somebody.
so yeah, that video I posted, it was a while ago. It was like my progress from like last
Yeah, no, it's
July, no,
dope. You
last
do it one
June.
hand, right?
No, that's just like I
To
don't even
warm
know what
up,
it calls
right?
like side swipe, yeah. But
Yeah, but it
like
looks professional as fuck.
yeah, so then lately I've been getting better with my jump rope. I actually bought a jump rope from like not from Amazon, but from like
An
a
actual
website. Yeah,
company?
like a company that like specializes in making jump
Jump
with like
ropes, yeah.
PVC ropes and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah,
that. Yeah, I
yeah.
bought a couple.
Yeah, I heard of there's a thing called a weighted jump rope, right?
There's weighted jump ropes. Yeah, it's
That's
like the
pretty
actual
fucking sick.
rope. That's that. It's an actual rope, like the one that they use for like where they I don't know what they call this
Oh,
movement.
the
Yeah,
shoulder,
yeah,
the
yeah,
shoulder fucking
yeah.
workout.
So it's
Yeah.
like they have that type of rope, so you could jump over. Like it's weighted, and it works your whole body, your
Oh
shoulders.
shit.
Obviously, you jump over it, of course. So cardio.
Yeah.
I have one. I still can't find it to this day. But yeah, there's like bunch of type. There's three types of ropes, and for people who want to start, I recommend either PVC or a beaded rope, like those childish ones, like the beads, like the bead ropes,
Oh, okay,
because
okay.
they have more control. They don't cut through the air as much as fast as the wire ropes, like the nine
I have
dollar
a wire
ones.
rope.
That's why.
I'm
That's
trying to
why
get used to it, and it's fucking annoying.
it's gonna be hard because it cuts through the air, so you don't have much time. Like you have to react quick to jump
Yeah, yeah,
over
yeah.
it. So sometimes you want and you lose control of it. The
Are you
more you,
supposed to jump heavy, or are you supposed to just kind of like
as long as you get the rhythm right, you get the rhythm right.
So there's
Because
no really
if
wrong
you're
way.
trying to jump fast, and you mess up, then
You're gonna
like
hurt
you're
yourself.
just basically gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah,
And
it
I'm
makes
telling you
sense.
from experience, it hurts.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
hurts.
Oh, have you fallen before?
Fallen?
Yeah.
No, I have never
Oh,
fallen.
okay,
No, I'm
okay.
talking about when the rope hits you.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
shit's fucking painful as fuck. It feels like a
The
whip.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, no. That's crazy though.
Hmm.
So so you had your brotherhood. Yeah, man, and it looks like you know the way you speak about them. And honestly, I hope you don't mind me putting this out here too. You're always looking to progress, move, evolve. Because you even ask me to hang out sometimes too. Because I know we only hang out in soccer,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I always tell you if you ever, I'm the worst planner. You know me,
Okay.
and I've told you this even since I was a kid. I'm a as a go person. Like
Okay.
as you plan,
Hmm.
I'm a yes or no. Like yo, someone hits me up. Yo, you want to do this? I'm like, all right, I have nothing planned. Let me all do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
That,
not like
that's.
a planner. Like I don't know
Hmm.
if we're gonna hang out that day. And as we're getting older though, I'm seeing myself do it. I'm transitioning it as a planner because people have responsibilities, people have
Yeah.
kids, people have families, people have girlfriends, boyfriends. It's harder to just do that. Let's go do it as we say.
Hmm.
I'm trying to get a time schedule of everything, but bro, and say this in the open. You are always fucking welcome. Even tonight, by the way. I know you sleep early. We're going to Franklin's to go watch the UFC fight tonight at 8ish.
I don't sleep early on the
Oh,
weekends.
so yeah, fuck
Yeah.
yeah, bro. After this,
We'll
come
play.
come with us to Frankie. Frankie, we're going to his house, his apartment to go watch the UFC fight. You're
Okay.
at
Yeah.
dead ass welcome to come.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, literally. We were just gonna probably eat some pizza, have some chelas, and just watch the UFC fight.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. You don't have to fucking
Yeah. Yeah.
contribute
I
to the
don't.
chelas or the
No, it don't
pizza,
matter.
but yo, you are definitely welcome to come. We literally invite anybody, bro, because at this time it's like bro, come on. Like, you want to meet new friends because it's harder
Yeah.
nowadays.
Hmm.
Fucking, but you're not new though. You've been someone we've known for so many fucking years, bro. It's just crazy that we've never really had time to just hang out.
Yeah. It's just straight soccer. Yeah. You're right.
Soccer, wedding, and I think that's the most we've ever
Wedding. That
done.
was the only thing.
Yo, that party bus was fucking lit though. Were you drinking chelas that day with us
At the wedding.
at the party bus?
At the wedding.
Yeah, yeah, the
No,
wedding.
I was not drinking. I didn't drink at all at the
Do you,
wedding.
do you do you
I
drink?
don't drink in front of my family. Yeah, I don't.
Really?
Yeah, because I
Is
like
there a
to be the
reason why?
responsible one.
Ah, okay. You
Yeah.
just want to be that,
And because I see
rich.
how my not my family, but people around them get like they get really loud, rousy. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
I'm not trying to
Peruvians
be
for
like
you,
that. Yeah,
brother. That's
exactly.
Peruvians for you. That's
I
where
was
I
like,
got.
why don't you like they'll come up to like why don't you drink, in front of your family? And then like the way they're in my face, I'm like I'm right in front of you. That's the reason why I don't. That's the reason why I don't.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I get fucking drunk, I'm just a happy drunk. I'm glad I'm not an angry drunk. There are people that are angry drunks out in this world. It's fucking. They're scary
I
people.
met a couple of them in Peru, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, in Peru,
I met a
that's
couple of
normal,
them in
bro.
Peru.
Los
Yeah.
peruanos usually are very
Try
angry
to distance
sometimes.
myself because I'm not trying to hurt anybody.
Yeah, facts, facts. At the end of the day, bro. Um, but yeah, absolutely, you're definitely welcome to come. But from what you said, from your I guess you can call it leadership roles. What did you learn from those St. John days, from the college days? Something that you can
Whoa,
take out
yes.
of it.
Another thing too is when I was at Nassau, I mean, I don't know in front of you guys back then, but I was very shy. Like
You were very quiet. I won't
my
lie. You were
public
very
speaking
quiet.
was horrible, horrible, horrible. And I had this one professor that I have on social media to this day. My public speaking professor
In Nassau?
at Nassau. Yeah, yeah, she was really great. She actually was able to get the best out of me and actually improve my public
Public
speaking.
speaking.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm really thankful for her. And
What'd she teach you, if you don't mind me asking?
well, it's just exercises pretty much, and then yeah, exercises, just retaining everything, like all her lessons, all her advices and stuff.
Well,
And then
share some with us. I'm actually curious to hear. There's some people out here in this world that do
yeah,
watch it that are afraid to
hmm
talk publicly.
well, I can't remember much about the class, but a couple of exercises she'll make us just like try to relate, like whatever topic you get, try to relate it to yourself in some sort of way.
Makes
So
sense.
yes,
Because once you make it relatable, it's
yeah,
easier to speak about.
it becomes much easier, and also too to avoid what's called vocal interference when you say stuff like
Yeah, I'm still practicing doing that till this day.
yeah, and we are all guilty of doing that till
Yeah,
this day.
because you know what it
Even
is. My vocabulary is not the
yeah,
strongest, but at the same time, it's like that's my own fault. That's why I try to read. Even you don't have to fucking read books, by the way, people. Read articles. If you like sports, go read fucking Bleacher Report. Those are journalists. There are sports journalists that put articles that you're actually passionate about,
hmm
but you don't realize they'll throw in complicated words that you don't know that'll actually make you. You don't even have to search the word because nowadays you just literally highlight it
hmm
on fucking the internet and you just hit the right stick and it literally takes you to Google Dictionary and it tells you what the word means. That's how
yeah,
I learned a lot of my words, believe it or not.
hmm
Just the internet.
yeah. So um when it came to like just presenting, like a lot of my my speeches, like my project
Hmm.
speeches, was actually relatable. Like any topic I could choose. I forget like the topics I picked, but the only thing she really liked about me is how much like my stories like made I made a connection with a story.
Okay.
And like not even just her, like everyone in the class would give me props. Like yo, like I really enjoy your speech because like anything you say, you make it sound more interesting, especially with your personal stories. And it
Mm.
came to a point even after I graduated Nassau, um, she found my number somehow. I guess from like the
Yeah, from the
student
record.
log
Yeah,
from
the
so
student
she
logs
was like,
probably.
hey, this is your professor person, and I was like really surprised. And she wanted me to get involved in what she's called the Step Up program, where we go visit high schools to speak with either seniors or juniors who are about to embark on like to basically
Giving
take the
back.
next step take
Yeah,
the next step of like what is like for like after high school.
correct.
And I met a bunch of kids like from Westbury. I remember I went to Hempstead. Hempstead was a
Look at
crazy,
you,
yeah,
bro.
Hempstead,
That's what I meant to
yeah,
say. You were giving back knowledge,
yeah. And I
advice. Holy
remember
shit, good for you.
the last day I was in Westbury, the Westbury High School, and I met some juniors and seniors, and asked me questions like, "Hey," one of the questions I will never forget this. One kid asked me like that. He was iffy about applying for this school that is very competitive, and he didn't know if he should take the easy route and just go to a community college, do my 2 years, and then go, or try to get this spot. And I tell you, like, why would you ask me that? The answer is you should go. You won't know until you try. And
Facts.
even if you don't get a spot, at least you
Community
try.
college will always
You
be
don't,
there
yeah,
too.
yeah. You will not. At least you know that you gave it a shot. But don't just flat on and quit before you start. You know.
Correct. Because then
Mm-hmm.
there's no point of bringing that topic.
Yeah, and I remember when my teacher, I still call her my teacher out of respect.
Yeah, of course.
She
Like a
made an
mentor.
announcement saying that hey, this is James. He is a recent graduate from Nassau, and he is about to embark on the new school, St. John's University. And I got a standing ovation clapping with you. That felt amazing. Like it was
Yeah.
a standing ovation from the kids there. They all went up to me and say, "Good luck, congratulations." It just felt really good. Like
Yeah,
it felt
man.
amazing,
Because you
man.
know what it is. As much as Nassau gets its fucking people look at Nassau as like not
13th grade.
yeah, not to
It's not.
degrade or anything. People view it like that, but it's not like that at all.
Hmm
Like it's definitely not. But the reason you probably got the ovation is because people saw the climb up, bro. Like when they hear
Yeah,
about the climb up coming from Nassau to St. John's, I mean, I'll even give you your fucking class, bro. That is a great fucking accomplishment. That's
yeah.
like a fucking and the fact that you're Latino
Yeah, and
too.
I shared my story with the high school, the one I just shared to. I
Yeah,
shared
yeah,
that with them. So I said, I don't want you guys to be like me. Like, I want you
correct.
guys to do your best. Like, there's a time and place for fun. Please avoid bad habits, bad influence, because it will, come back to you at
Correct.
the end of the
Yeah,
day.
100%. I agree with you on that. Damn, man, look at that.
Yeah,
That's
so
fucking crazy though. That's awesome. I didn't know anything. I didn't know any of that about you until today, which is fucking wild.
yeah, it was
But
great.
yeah, no, the fact that you mentioned like we lived similar lives and had no idea because I also I'm not saying that my teacher was that close with me, but my teacher, I guess what was yours called that class?
Public speaking?
Yeah, mine was called. I don't know why mine was called something else, but it was public speaking basically. It was in
Okay.
Farmingdale, and I was really nervous. I wasn't. I didn't mind talking one on one to people, but when it came to talking to a crowd of people,
Mm-hmm.
that's what made me a little fucking nervous because it's stage fright. You know, you get
Yeah.
into a fucking into your own head and you're like fuck. But my teacher always made it simple. She cursed a lot. She's like, by the way, I'm a cursor. She's like, just want to let you guys know I don't fucking apologize and I don't fucking care about your point of view. You're in my fucking class. If you want to curse or you don't want to curse, that's up to you guys. But I just want you guys to feel comfortable up here. So if it is cursing that you like to use, feel free to use it in my class only. But she would be like, I want you guys to just pick something. And I was one of those kids that never picked anything because I was planning on not do I was skipping out that day. Like I was
Mm-hmm.
just gonna be that's how nervous I was. But my teacher grabbed me. She's like, "You're not fucking leaving until you write something on this paper. What you're gonna do?" She's like, "And you're gonna be in that class because I'm gonna make it a rule, and it'll be your word against mine. But if you don't come to that last class, because I have a feeling already that you're not going to, because you haven't wrote anything down on this paper, what you're gonna be presenting to us, I'm automatically gonna fail you." So I was like, "Fuck." So basically, she gave me no option, no out. So that made me courageous, and I put the first thing that I wrote down was presenting on how to tie a tie in front of class. She's like, no, you're going to show me how to tie every single way there is. And I need at least six. So I was like, fuck. So that day, bro, I swear to God, I was not on you. I was on YouTube for maybe 8 hours
Trying to learn all the
trying
ties.
to learn six different ways to tie your tie. And bro, I learned it, and I was able to present it because I did it so many times that I just felt comfortable. It was just second nature to me.
Do you still know how to do the ties?
I know how to do two of them
Okay.
only. Yo, there were some fucking crazy ones that I did,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, I know. I don't know the name of it, but I know which one you're talking about. It's like it looks like a knot.
Yo, bro, there's one where literally you take it, you put it here, you go across, and then you just spin it, and then there's a way you have to put it into the hole, but it looks so fucking sick. I don't remember. I probably can learn it again by going on YouTube, but
Mhm.
that is what was the first kind of embarking of me learning to realize there's no fear, and
Mhm.
half of them are not even listening or give a shit, and that's okay because at the end of the day we all got to do the same thing. And that's kind of what embarked my journey. And obviously, I work for a bank, so I have to get comfortable talking with people,
Mhm.
rich people, poor people, people that are important, people that are not important in the world. And
Mhm.
I just got comfortable after a while. Just
Yeah,
like,
because if it wasn't for that class itself, I would have never be able to pursue all those events I did at St. John's, like public speaking.
yeah, man, the fact that you
Yeah,
said all that, I
yeah,
was like
like
pretty amazed. And it all started from
yeah.
that
Mm-hmm.
teacher. Yeah,
Just
man, you were a
yeah.
fucking president. You had to fucking speak.
Yeah, so it didn't matter. I remember when I became president, like it happened out of the blue. It's like it wasn't planned, it just happened type thing. And then I had to give a speech. I just freestyled that thing. Like I just freestyle. It was crazy. And then people went up to me like, "Yo, you just thought of that speech just now?" Because none of this was planned. I was like,
Yeah,
"Yeah,
yeah.
I just,
Look at that.
improvised."
Look at that.
Yeah.
Um, what is there anything else that you may want to share or anything that you feel like you learned in your journey that you feel like you give advice out to people right now?
Hmm. Honestly, to be honest, I wouldn't know to be honest. Just like whatever you want to do in life, explore your options. Because if you're just focusing on one thing and it doesn't really work out, and you only sticking to it because you already invested in it, is don't be afraid to invest in something else.
Facts.
So one example, I don't know if you remember back when we were kids, I used to work at carpet cleaning. So like after work, I would go to meet up with you guys in Allen Park to play soccer. I used to do carpet cleaning.
I think so. I remember you had a job.
Yeah. So I did carpet cleaning. Then after that, what did I do after that? I did lifeguarding.
Yeah, I
I did
remember
a
the lifeguarding.
Yeah, the lifeguarding. That class was hell, but it was worth it. But I did
You worked for a
lifeguard.
pool, right? A company.
Yeah, I did a pool.
I
I did
remember.
working at a pool in the Five Towns.
Yeah, I remember you had the
I did,
shirt.
yeah. And then what I did Central Station, monitors for like house alarms and stuff like that.
Oh shit, I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
know
I
that.
did that.
All this before you did the painting.
Then I did the painting thing.
Oh
Then I did the
shit.
painting thing. And then after that, while I was still doing the painting, then I went. I was working at this embroidery where they do like the t-shirts for like fraternity and sororities.
Oh,
Like,
that's what's
yeah,
up.
so I did that, but I was doing shipping. I wasn't,
Oh,
actually
the
doing the
embroidery. You were
yeah, I was
handling
just
your
doing the shipping,
shipping.
yeah, which
Okay.
was boring as hell. Even with music, I was boring. And then after that, I did a medical supply store, which I learned a lot about.
Oh shit.
And I was doing so well there that the manager would actually leave me to like run the store on her absence because she had to go away for like so like for like a family matter,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
family
yeah,
business
yeah.
or so. So she actually, and I was only there. My position there was strictly just to do deliveries, but then I started picking up a bunch of things, making sales, this and that. So
Oh, look at
I
you.
started pursuing, and then I stopped that, and then I started doing the painting full time again. And then even after I graduated, I still stuck with my brother as a thank you because he really helped me out through like the school and stuff, even
Yeah.
to get out of jobs that I didn't really want to do. And then little by little, I was like, "Hey, I'm really good at this. Like, even though I know I graduated, with a degree and stuff, and like, let me get this out the way now. My loans are not as crazy as people who started from like the very beginning. Because I went to a community
Yeah.
college. With that, it's like a grant scholarship or so. I went to St. John, so my loans is not crazy. So it's
Gotcha.
really not crazy. And yeah, then I started the whole painting business on my own. Like I started doing my own thing, and it worked out great because me and my brother we help out each other. So sometimes it's slow on my end, I go with him, or when it's slow on his end, he comes with me, and so on and so forth. We help out each other.
Gotcha.
We started going off a rough relationship when I started working for him. Like, butting heads and all the time.
Yeah,
It's
like
family. It tends to happen. It came to the point where I had no choice but to leave, and then ever since I started doing my own thing, let stuff die down a little, and then little by little we started talking again, and then before you know it, now we have a great relationship.
there you go.
That's
Both making
before,
money, both helping each other with
yeah,
money.
mm-hmm,
So there's always business for you every week.
yeah. I still like to have my weekends off, but if I have to work on a Saturday, I have to do it.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. What do you like? Just partner with big companies and they hire you, or
Yeah, yeah, basically, yeah.
yeah, it's all about networking at that point too,
Mm-hmm,
right? You got to
mm-hmm,
know
yeah.
people.
And then
Yeah,
some people at the end they don't even want to go through them. They want to deal with me personally because at the end of the day, if they go
cutting the
through them,
middleman off and shit.
they're gonna send me. So it's like
Yeah,
why would I just go through them when I go to you directly? And it's not I'm not doing it like to take any business. It's just how it is.
yeah, it's just business at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
basically, yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Because
Good
if it
for you,
was the
man.
opposite way, they would do the same thing. And no disrespect to them or
What's
anything.
your goal and aspirations with that though? With your
I'm not sure yet
business?
because someone had asked me that before. I'm not sure what I want to do yet, but for
You looking to
sure.
expand? Do you have any employees right now?
Yeah,
That's
yeah, I do. Yeah, that's another thing too. Because in the beginning, it was just me and my dad, and let me tell you, let me say this for anyone who wants to start a business. It's in my opinion, your first year is always going to be the hardest. It's always going to be the hardest because it's easier. It's easy. It's not the same when you're a team player going to coach.
yeah,
So yes, you may know, the job, but you don't know
the
you
back end
probably, yeah, the
stuff,
background, the logistics of it and
the
stuff. And
bullshit.
yeah, basically. And I started learning that my first year. I was like, I know the job, I know how to do a job, so I could do this on my own. But then I started learning about other things. I'm like, oh,
Pricing, all that
yeah, no,
bullshit.
I started learning about other things. Like, oh, it's not really. Now I understand why my brother was stressed. So
Yeah, because you have to deal with people not paying too
no,
sometimes,
not
right?
even that. It's not even just that. That's like the worst case scenario type
Yeah,
thing. But just like stuff in general, like people you have to deal with, because not everyone's always gonna be nice. When you deal with
yeah.
people, you'll deal with a bunch of different
Attitudes,
personalities, and you
emotion.
just gotta learn how to control yourself and also meet deadlines and stuff like that. So, it was just me and my dad for the first year, and the reason being is because I felt like I had trust issues because of when I work with my brother, he would have some people too. Then like they fell off, and then obviously my brother, me, I would always be the most reliable one for him.
Correct.
Which is
Yeah.
so there's I don't understand why you would bump heads with me when I'm like the most loyal one to you, you know.
It's
But
well,
it
it's the
happened.
same reason you're saying it
Yeah,
because you're the only one constantly there. So you're the
yeah,
only one that he constantly can fucking go and
yeah.
fucking butt heads with.
But I did have one guy that I started uh trying to give confidence to, and then he screwed me over. So then I went through another period like, yo, you know what? Let me just chill for
Chill with you
now.
and your dad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I met my guy that I have today, and he's really cool. Like I was obviously I had like a barrier. Like I wanted to see if he's really like like about it. Not about it.
Yeah.
I'm making it sound like a street, but not like he's
Nah.
like really like dependable. Let's just say.
Correct.
So and yeah, he's been proving. He's been with me for like a year so far, and he's really good kid. Damn, I feel old as hell saying
Yeah.
that.
Facts.
He's a good guy, and I hook him up here and there. Like after a day, we'll go to like a 7-Eleven or so, get a water or soda, whatever he wants, or whatever. And lately, it's been working great. Um,
You send him his own solo jobs already or no?
huh?
You send it to him his own solo jobs or it's just
No,
yours?
no, because he doesn't drive. So,
Oh, okay. So it's you and
but
him
yeah,
always.
so it's just me and him for now because my dad is away. Well,
I
I also
gotcha.
have two guys. I have two guys. That guy, the other guy, the one he used to live in at your brother's place at Freeport in the basement, I guess. I think where you used to stay at the house in Freeport.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He
Yeah,
lived
so
there?
there was one guy that worked for me. Well, he still works for me, but he lived there for a brief moment, and
Did
then
he really? There was a
I
person that
believe
lived
so.
there?
Yeah, I believe if I'm talking, if I'm thinking
Is he
about the same.
Dominican?
No, he's not Dominican. He's Peruvian.
Oh, the guy that you were telling me that. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah. When I moved out.
I brought him to soccer
You're
one time.
bugging. When the guy went, when I
The
moved
book.
out.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, that guy was the guy that lived downstairs.
yeah.
Oh
The guy I
shit, that's.
brought one time to
I don't think he
soccer.
lives there
Yeah,
anymore, but yeah,
yeah. No, he does not. I know he doesn't. He
yeah,
lives in
yeah, yeah.
Boga now. But yeah, so he's still with me as well. So yeah, they're pretty
The guy is a
dependable.
police officer in Peru, right? He was a police
Yes.
officer.
Yeah. Wow. You remember that detail? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yes.
the reason. I remember
Yeah.
my mom be telling me Cheeseman and shit. Well, not Cheeseman. It's just
Yeah.
getting to
Yeah.
know who the guy was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they're still with me today, and yeah, they're happy with me. Like we joke around sometimes. I clown on him too. Like.
That's what's up,
Uh
man. Good
huh.
for you. Boss fucking life right there.
Mm-hmm. I
It's a
try to be
different
fair
world.
because I don't want to be like I don't want to replicate like what my brother had done to me. I'm pretty sure now I understand him more now. Now that I'm in this
Yeah.
position, I understand why he would get frustrated and stuff like that.
You trying to take the good out of him.
Yeah, so like I try to not do that. I'm trying to
Yeah.
be like as fair as possible. But obviously, if they piss me off, I gotta let them know, yo, you're pissing me off, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But other than that,
Sometimes what it is, people don't like it, but sometimes people may disagree with me on this podcast, but to be a boss, you're gonna have to be a dick at times because
yeah,
it's not fear that you're implementing. It's a boundary.
authority, yeah.
Yeah, a boundary. You have to
Hmm.
understand there's a line you can't fucking pass, and if no one's saying it, then you're gonna keep passing it. So sometimes we have to not yell, but
Yeah,
we have to let them
sound like
know
a
like,
boundary.
yo, this is the line. You don't fucking cross it again.
Hmm.
But
And I try to, the one thing that would have helped me while I was with my brother is
mhm,
him communicating with me like what's going on behind
better.
closed door. But I understand like it's none of my business. But hey, I would understand you more. You know what I mean? So I try to tell him too, like yo, like sometimes like your position is easy because you just come into work and you do what you gotta do. Me, I do the same thing, but I gotta handle like what's going on behind closed doors, and sometimes it's a headache. Sometimes I wish I was back in your position when I was just a helper. I'm like,
Yeah,
just go in there, do what I gotta do for the day, and that's it. But sometimes I gotta do this. I gotta um focus on what's for the rest of the week, what's going on, with this, and a bunch of things that
yeah.
could be
Like
brought up.
underlining helping your brother with your brother not even knowing,
Yeah.
right?
So yeah. So then them hearing that, I guess now they would kind of understand if I get frustrated sometimes because of certain things. It's not them. It's just probably some things that are going on behind closed doors with the job or so.
Makes
So
sense. Yeah,
yeah,
man. Bit adult problems.
yeah, this. And I try not to bring like my personal problems in there, because that would just make things worse.
Yeah.
So. Mhm.
You always hear the theory, once you pass those business doors, you leave all your personal shit behind,
Mhm.
which is true, man. Because at the same time, like if you're going through some rough shit, it's never good to bring it into work. You're just gonna make work uncomfortable for other people, for yourself,
Mm,
and it's not always so pleasant.
and even when my brother comes with me to like my jobs, you know, like obviously it's my job, so like I have the leadership, right? But
Correct.
sometimes I give it to him, like you know, I let him take charge out of like respect, like
Respect.
he's like more like
The person that brought
seniority,
you, yeah,
seniority
yeah,
basically, yeah.
yeah.
So he's the one who trained me, so he would know more than me, you know, like how we should go about this. So he would like, you know, give everyone their role, and I would just follow up.
Yeah.
So I kind of give him that seniority just because I give him,
That makes sense. You
yeah.
like you said,
And
out of
it
respect.
works out. It works out. And then at the same, I still learn from him. You know, to this day, I still when he helps me out, I still learn from him to this day. So I'm not perfect. I don't know everything.
Makes sense.
I still learn from him about logistics here and there, and I'm thankful. You know, I even worked for him for free, like once or twice, for like you know just helping me out, help keeping my guys busy, my dad busy. You know, when it's slow on my end.
That's good, man. That's
Yeah.
good for you too. Good for you guys. It's good to keep a family bond like that. It's not easy. I can
No.
trust me when I tell you that. I know that it's not easy keeping that bond strong, bro. It definitely is not. So I'm there all with you. Oh man. I told you time was gonna fly by. It's been an hour and 20 minutes
Where do you see that?
on the bottom with the red dot.
Oh, probably because I don't have my glasses on. That's
Yeah.
all
Oh yeah.
good.
It's an hour and 20 minutes. We covered most of the topics.
Yeah.
You gave kind of like a closing statement. We kind of talked about everything. Is there anything else that you want to mention?
No, just aim high, guys. Like, just be positive.
How was it being on the podcast, by the way? Exactly what you pictured it to be?
I feel like we're just hanging out. Like, yeah,
Right, I told you,
we're
right?
just
It's going to be
hanging out.
smooth.
Yeah.
Well, it feels weird too because we never hung out.
Yeah.
And not weird like in a bad way, as in weird
Mm-hmm.
like you saying that we're just hanging out is just like, it's literally like sitting after soccer, but with mics in front of us.
Basically, yeah, yeah.
But man, I do appreciate you coming on the pod, man.
Yeah, of
I've
course,
like
man.
it's not
Thank
gonna be
you.
the last time. Hopefully, once I have a little bit uh bigger studio, I definitely want you in a group pod. I want
Herbert?
Herbert on that pod. I mean, that'd be nice. You know how he throws.
Speaking about Herbert, I've known you guys for so many years, but you guys known Herbert as well, and I've never seen him around. And he apparently came to one of the soccer's
Oh, I see.
sessions in Island Park back in the days.
Yeah, yes and no. So Herbert, I knew Herbert since ninth grade, right? Since basically same time. But remember, I came from West. I lived down in Park, but I went to West Hampstead High School,
Yes, yes.
so I knew Herbert that way. But I didn't actually like Herbert. Herbert lies when he tells you he played soccer. Herbert just started playing soccer, maybe like I want to tell you, right when you started coming in to soccer, Herbert started coming to play soccer. Because before that, I used to play with like James Grottos. I used to play with Kevin. The OGs that played soccer in Storm Academy, it's Franklin, me, Fonzo, Gallo. Sometimes, because when he was in college, he barely came to play.
Okay.
Um, it was Travis. It was Kevin, Johan. But it was never Herbert. Herbert used to never come to play soccer.
Hmm.
Because and even when he first started coming, he was ass. He was trash. Now he's using his athleticism to his advantage, so he runs a lot. I mean, and he plays pretty good defense. But he could be so much better if he just bodied people.
Oh my
He's
god. Oh
the
my
dude is
god.
strong.
Oh my
He doesn't believe it, but the
god.
dude is strong. I mean, if you're going to the gym 4 or 5 days a week, you expect to be strong, right? And I know he is strong. He's not weak, but he doesn't throw his body because he thinks it's going to start a confrontation, and he's not a confrontational person. I'll say this shit to his face when I see him. He's a pussy. When it comes to being confronted by somebody, he backs away or he looks for somebody to like take charge. And I'm not gonna do. I'm like, yo, Herbert, if you start a fight, if someone gets tackled by you and they're too much of a pussy and they want to fight you, that's their problem. But you're gonna have to stand up for yourself because at the same time, like, we're not always gonna be there for you.
Mm-hmm.
And he expects like his friends to back him up, back him
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
But I mean,
Okay, now I understand Herbert a little more now.
yeah, he just started playing soccer, bro. He's maybe 3 4 years in,
Okay.
religiously playing.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, and he's pretty good for those 3 4 years. He's not bad, bro. He's not bad. His passing needs to get a little bit better. His first touch, I can't even clown him for his first touch. My first touch is ass, but his first touch could be, if he had a first touch with a pass, the kid would be dangerous on the field. But he's getting better, man. I see him every time. The Saturday,
Hmm.
Tuesday modes for him are making him
Yeah,
improve a lot.
if I had to pick someone to play defense with, it would be Herbert. Mm.
I'd pick Fonz any day because he's gonna drop his body for everybody just because he wants to win. But he's crazy.
No, Fonzo, I would put him as a midfielder. So, but like someone to stay back in defense with me, it would be Herbert.
Herbert, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Fonzo
Herbert,
too. Don't get me wrong, but Fonzo, I see him more as a midfielder slash striker type.
yo, which is hilarious because that kid was a goalie
Yeah, I know.
most of
I
his
remember
life.
he played goalie for Long Beach.
Yo, bro, he was a goalie for so long. Only in street soccer I would see Fonzo ever touch the ball a lot, and I don't remember him playing like he does today. Like to me, the best players. I'm trying. And Fonzo's gonna say I'm fake. I'm fake. Fonzo has never. I can never look at Fonzo and say he's been the best for FC Haggerty because he's not. He's never. He's never even been close. No offense to him. To me, it was always like Cruz. Do you remember Bruno?
Yes, the Uruguayan dude, right? That's
Cruz,
a
Bruno, Kevin, Donnie. I give my props to Johan, but now when I really sit down and look at the skill, Johan had maybe a 2 year span of being really good. But to me, it was always like Kevin was nasty.
yeah,
When Kevin was skinny, bro, he was fucking fast, bro. You
yeah,
try to take that ball from him, it was like a little fucking ant dodges you, and then
yeah.
like he was a fucking monster, bro. And the funniest thing is for his team soccer thing, he was defense, which always amazed
Kevin
me.
McCarry.
Yeah,
He was a
he was left
defender.
back. He was a
Really?
left back for most of his life. Bro played
For his travel team?
for his
You mean?
travel team.
Really
Yep.
interesting.
So, which is hilarious because for us, he attacked a lot.
Yeah,
But which is hilarious. Ask that kid to defend, you're never gonna get past that kid. When he was skinny, you were never gonna get past that kid. That kid knew how to fucking body people, bro. And he always hip checked everyone because his fucking shoulders were right where your hips
yeah,
started.
yeah.
But he was nasty, bro. His little brother Donnie was just as good to me, but I think Kevin had a better span. Like when Kevin was on top, no homo,
Mm-hmm.
no diddy. Kevin was killing it. Kevin was definitely killing it. But to me, it was always Cruz. Cruz to me, no one ever beat
Yeah,
Cruz.
Cruz, yeah. I'm
That
not, but it's
kid
just,
was nasty, bro. That first touch, yo, bro, I can say this to him even now. Dumbass fucking kid, stupid as fuck outside of soccer.
hmm
Always stupid, always necked you, always said
yeah.
stupid shit, stupid jokes. But when it came to soccer, Einstein,
He was a
bro,
genius.
knew
Yeah.
where to fucking stop the ball, knew what move to do, knew exactly how to put your body in, wasn't afraid of confrontation. That motherfucker welcomed it. And like really great at soccer. Right next to him was definitely Kevin, but those two are our top best. That's why I said Fonzo nowadays. I'm like, yo, bro, you're dealing with Fat Puka, Broken Franklin, fucking,
Mm.
But Fonzo. I haven't seen him play in a long field. If anything, maybe you have
Yeah, just
today.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yes,
I don't know how he plays.
Last week too. Yeah,
Because what we play is kind of like indoor futbolito in a way. It's not
yeah.
really like a long form of soccer. But that's the best you're gonna get out of me, man. As of right now, I need to go on that Irving fucking motivation, bro. I gotta talk to that kid. Fucking get whatever the fuck motivated him and fucking put it into theory
Start
for
jump
me.
rope. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling
Yeah, man. I definitely got to do it. I'm getting way too big. Definitely gonna work on that. But we're gonna see, man. It's gonna be my year. Hopefully, we still got 6 months left. And we're going to. I'm going to my friend's wedding thing for Colombia in January. So definitely gotta lose weight, bro. Definitely gotta lose weight.
you.
It's gonna be fun.
Colombia too.
Gonna be a great time. But like I said, we got some UFC fights to watch if you're down.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys for watching. James will be back as a guest in the group. Hopefully, you guys all have a great weekend. There we go, man. Dunzo. Just like that.